Okay, seriously? This is not fair. You know what? This doesn't happen to anybody but me. Why is that? Why is that? And it's so embarrassing because you know what? When things like that happen, I'm kind of like, okay, well, it happens, right? Hello, Darlene. Um, but every now and then, I'm always worried that there's going to be somebody new that pops on that has never been. And I'm such a ditz, and the camera falls, and now I'm frozen. No, and now I'm back. Yeah, so bizarre. I have an appointment. Hello, Lucy. Welcome here. Unless you call out a hello, I will not mention your name just for your own privacy. I want to respect that. Zara, are you serious? You came to see me? Well, you missed my opening. My tripod fell and my camera landed on the table, which is, yeah, typical. Welcome to Denise's Live. But I want to welcome you here. Susan, hi, welcome here. Hello, Kathy, welcome here. I feel like I just saw you the other day, Kathy, and I think I did. That was so nice. As I always say, when you share my video, I will enter your name for a draw, so stay at the end so that I can choose the winner from last week for sharing. So thank you for doing that. Thank you, Susan. I see that. I'm going to write you down right now. Let me just get a few of these papers ready here so that I am on it. Okay, Susan. Oh my goodness, I am perfectly imperfect. You've got that right. Absolutely, Zara. Susan, I spelt your name totally wrong. That's a U. Sorry about that. And I think I'm nervous today. I'm nervous. Lucy, I've got you down as a share. Hi, Shelley, welcome here. I think I just saw you elsewhere. And I think I said hello to you there as well. So today I'm going to do my paper pumpkin alternative, but let me introduce myself first. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in sunny, beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. It is a beautiful day. You know you're from Winnipeg when it's +5 and it's beautiful out, right? Yeah, why nervous? I don't know. Susan, it might have something to do with the fact that my camera fell just before I went live. And I actually tried 3 times to go live, and it kept telling me that there was a broadcast failure. And I'm thinking, oh no, not today. And yeah, and then every now and then when a new person comes on who I actually follow, it makes me nervous because I feel like, yeah, anyway. It's the whole comparison thing, and we're not supposed to do that anyway, right? So there you go. I'm just looking to see if anybody else has popped on here that I have not had said hello to. And let's bring the camera down, and I will show you what I did with my paper pumpkin. Don't forget to share. I was going to say I'll invest. I'll write your name down and put it in my little bucket. And don't forget to stick around to the end so we can see who won from last week. So without any further ado, let's bring the camera down. I'm going to turn my lights on, and let's get to some February paper pumpkin. I finally got to it. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm in a good position, and I have a feeling I'm going to need to flip my camera around because I think, again, I'm upside down, and I am. Hang on, camera's getting twisted here, girls. There we go. Okay, that is better. Shelley, you're everywhere. Shelley, you are so sweet. She is a new friend that I have met, well, I guess about a month ago, right, Shelley? And we've been doing some training together, and it's just been really neat to meet her. So let me bring this down just a smidge. Hello, Barbara. Welcome here. Nice to see your name pop up. Don't forget to share, hun, and I'll enter your name for a draw, and I'll remember to enter your name for a draw for next week. My printer is not working. We got a new Shaw tower. Hi, Sandy. Welcome here. Nice to see you too, hon. Yeah, maybe it's been longer, Shelley. I don't know. But we got a new tower, and my printer is not recognizing it. So now I can't print anything. Barb, look. I'm writing your name down. How often have I forgotten? But I've got you down, okay? So here we go. I'm going to just move. Well, I'm going to actually keep that there because it gives me a reference as to where I should be. Am I like super crooked, or is it just me? Maybe not. I think we're good. I think we're good. If you do want to place an online order, this is the host code that you're going to use before you check out. And this is my online store, so just my name, Denise Willerton at Stampinup.net. So here's my beautiful paper pumpkin box, and it comes beautifully wrapped in this tissue, which I repurpose. And Barb, I do have you down for a share, and I do not follow the instructions because this is the one area where I really want to be a rebel. I'm going to move all of that out of the way, and let's pull out all of the and this, I believe, is German, and I don't know how to say it. I have taken some of these goodies out already, as you can see, and some of that. Here's the stamp set that comes with it. Sharing in your sorrow, thinking of you, so it's all wrapped around sorrow and sympathy cards. And these gorgeous little dots. I forgot that there was mossy meadow twine in there, and I never knew that in any of the cards. Again, of course you can stand it smart. Let's get this card piece out. So we've got, and you're going to get 3 of each. And why do I have, okay, so you're going to get that and that. I think that's it in here. And so these are your 3 card bases that come in your February paper pumpkin. Touch the camera again. I don't know why. You shouldn't be, Chris. Anybody else getting static noise? Really? It sounds like your mic is disconnected. Okay, I think I'm back. Now I removed my my little speaker. So is the sound better? I will wait to hear from you. I hope it is. I'm so glad Shaw is coming tomorrow morning because I have to have a conversation with them. I just have not been happy. Okay, great. You know what? I took my little speaker out, so I am going to try to talk loud because apparently my voice doesn't carry very well. But we'll do that. So here are the gorgeous envelopes that come with your paper pumpkin. Carol, thank you for sharing. I've got you down, hon. I'm going to write your name right now so that I don't forget. And welcome here. I don't know if I said welcome to you yet. So these are the gorgeous envelopes. And you know what? For the past, I don't know, I guess 2 or 3 months, I've actually cut into my envelopes, and I didn't today. And I'm not going to lie, when I opened this morning, I was stumped. I had no idea what to do. And I was talking to a girlfriend, and all of a sudden, ideas started coming to me. You're going to get this gorgeous vellum in this paper pumpkin kit as well. And so the vellum on the one side is looks like very vanilla, but if you flip it over, it's gold, so it's lovely. So you've got a choice of what you want to do with that. And then you also have these beautiful foil doilies, but if you flip it on the other side, it is just a white doily. So lots of options that you can do with that. But let me show you what I did with mine. And I should have used Mossy Meadow, and I didn't. I used Memento. Let me get all of that out of the way. And next month's Paper Pumpkin actually features these dies, or not dies, what are they called? I'm upside down. These masks. So I'm excited to get that. So that'll be next month. Be interesting to see what happens with that. Let's put the instructions aside, although the only thing that I normally look at with the instructions is I want to find out what colors we are working with, okay? One of the colors is Rococo Rose. And that brings me, pardon me, to this. These are our 2019-2021 in colors. Let me put them so you can read them. And I love these colors. Seaside Spray, Purple Posy, Pretty Peacock, Rococo Rose, and Terracotta Tile. So all of these colors are going to be retiring. So if you have these stamp pads, I encourage you to get the ink refills before they're gone. If you love any of these colors for your cardstock, I also encourage you to place an order for these colors, because once they're gone, that's it. They are gone. I froze. Karen, I'm not sure if that's at your end, because at my end, I seem to be fine. I hope I'm not frozen again. Thank you, ladies, for sharing. For those of you who have shared, because you will be entered for next week's draw. Yeah, it must be you, Karen. I don't know if you can hear me. But thanks for saying that, Lucy, so that Karen knows that, and you too, Susan. Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be your feed, Karen, because so far we seem to be okay at this end, okay? So I am going to start. I can't decide which one to show you first. You know what? Let's start with this one. So I want to show you what I did with this one. And where did I put all of my... I've got things tucked away here. Okay. So what I did was I grabbed my own card base, okay? So for this particular card here, what I did, my card base is 8.5 by 11, and it's not. It's not 8.5 by 11. It's 8.5 by 5 and a quarter, and I scored at 4 and a quarter, okay? I started with an 8.5 by 11 piece of basic white cardstock, okay? So what I then did was I took, okay, let me pull this out just so that you can have a little bit of a visual. So here is one of the card bases that is in the Paper Pumpkin. But what I did was I grabbed some Just Jade cardstock and I cut that Just Jade by 5 and a quarter by 4, okay? And then I cut the, oh, I'm tripping over my words here. I should not have had chocolate before I went live. I think I'm hyper. I cut my card base that came with the Paper Pumpkin. I cut this 5 by 3 3/4. So what I did was I cut 5 by 3 3/4 on this side, left my score line, and cut 5 by 3 3/4 on that side as well. And you can see that that's what I did because there's my score line right there. Okay, so I adhered what I took off of the paper pumpkin card base, and I placed that onto my Just Jade panel that I cut 5 1/4 by 4. I want to welcome you here. Unless you say hello, I won't call out your name, but it's nice to see your name pop up. If you share, I will enter your name for a draw for next week. So then what I did was I knew I wanted dimensionals on that. Hi, Brenda. Yes, it does, doesn't it? I did that on purpose, I have to confess. My nail polish matches. Brenda, if you share, I will enter your name for a draw for next week. And at the end of this, I will choose the winner for this week. So then what I did was I took from the paper pumpkin kit, I took this little piece of the vellum. So we've got the gold on one side and the white on the other. So ladies, what do you think? Should I have the gold showing on this card and just change it up a little bit? Or should I stick with what I originally did? And thank you for the hearts. You're making my heart smile. Let's get my trimmer. So I'm just waiting to see if I have any comments on gold side up or the white side up. I want to trim this panel just a smidge because I want my Just Jade here peeking through. And even this, so you know what? I think on this one, I'm actually going to take, a little bit more off. So Chris, it's actually silver, or silver. I'm reading your comment. It's actually gold. And so far we've got we've got 3 for white. So you know what? We might stick with the original. So this is how I'm going to trim it. Okay, so right now it's the same size as my Just Jade panel. So why don't I take, what do we have here? We've got 4 inches. I am going to take 1/8 of an inch off all around. So that's 1. Where am I here? Take a 1/8 of an inch strip off there. You still have time to weigh in. And 1/8 of an inch off here, which is going to bring our measurements down 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, it looks like it's going to be white side up. Okay, now because we're working with vellum, I'm sure you remember the trick that I do all the time. So I've got my, sorry for the crinkle noise, I've got my yucky sponge on a clip, and you can just grab a piece of cardstock or scrap, but I just opened a new Tombow, and is it not going to come out? And Brenda wants white as well. You know what? It's not coming out. I want a bigger piece of scrap, I think, so that I can give it a good squeeze. There we go. Here it comes. So I like to put, oh wow, my glue seems dry in my Tombow. That has never happened before. It came out really weird. But then what I like to do is I take my sponge and I pick up all of that adhesive. Sorry if I'm jiggling. And now it's on my sponge. I am going to gently pounce that on my vellum. And I'm on my silicone mat. Sorry that I'm jiggling because I know I am. I have a problem with this glue. It almost seems like it's dried up in there. And I did not measure that properly. I needed to take a little bit more off if I wanted some of that DSP showing through some of the stripes. So rather than taking 1/8 of an inch all around. I needed to take 1/4 of an inch all around, okay? But now that is covering the DSP, which was originally my card base for my paper pumpkin. So that's how I like to adhere my vellum. Okay, so here are the sentiments that came with the paper pumpkin, and this one says thinking of you, and on this one I am going to grab Je pense à toi, which means thinking of you in French. I have a cousin, well, I have many cousins that speak French, but I've got one cousin that it's time to send a card to. So you know what? I am going to make this for my cousin. And if she happens to pop on, we just won't tell her that it's for her. Okay, so they come out a little bit kind of floppy. So all I did was I kind of eyeballed where I wanted it and gently moved it around just a bit until I found where I wanted to be. And then I was able to, this is crooked, there we go, Je pense à toi. There we go. So now that is down. So then what I did, I've got 2 more to go. I better step it up here a little bit. I hope I don't run out of my elements. So I have another person that just popped on here. Let me get this scrap out of the way. And so I'd like to say hello to you as well. But unless you say hello, I will not call your name out, but it's nice to see you here. We're going to grab some Wink of Stella. Press and seal to put it on so it stays. Lucy, I'm not 100% sure what you're saying. Sorry. And you know what? I need a new Wink of Stella. I should have done this earlier, and on purpose, I actually didn't. Just in case someone was new and didn't know what to do with Wink of Stella. When you get your Wink of Stella, this is garbage. You're going to throw that away after you unscrew that. And now I'm going to screw this on, and it's going to bust into the Wink. And now I pull my lid off. You have push and push on either side, and you're just going to very gently squeeze. And in this, I don't know what you call that, in that tumbler, I just saw it peek in. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to come into that barrel. That's the word I was looking for. And I'm just putting my hand there in case it happens to ooze out. It's going to land on my, there it is. It was starting to ooze out. I primed it too much. There we go. Here it comes. So I will not have to prime this for a while. And normally I like to work on a piece of scrap when I'm doing this. Move to your left. Sorry, I guess I missed it. Sorry, Chris, I was so engrossed in what I was doing, I wasn't looking at the comments. Can you see the sparkle that is happening? I love Wink of Stella. I also love my champagne mist mixed with rubbing alcohol in my little spritzer. This one is garbage. Okay, those have been painted or winked. They're all winked up. Let's put dimensionals behind those. And I need some minis as well. Champagne Mist, oh my goodness. Kathy, Champagne Mist is amazing. It comes in a little tub. I think I have some close at hand. Hang on. Sorry about that, ladies. I am back. Oh, I love my Wink. So this is Champagne Mist, Kathy. It comes in this little tub. There's like a little marble in there. And then I take one of our misters. You unscrew this. I've got some in here already. You unscrew this. I usually fill about to here with rubbing alcohol. And then I put about 5 to 7 drops of this in here, and you give it a good shake, and you mist your card, and it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hi, Shell. Welcome here. Nice to see your name. So this is all winked up. And we're going to pop that on there. Hi, Rita. Welcome here. If you share, I will enter your name for next week. Okay, I put my Je pense à toi too high because I kind of wanted that there. So let's put, no, I don't like that there. I'm going to put it right here. I think I like it right there. Okay, here we go. Moving on. So I can't remember if I am repeating myself here. I was just starting to say, and I interrupted myself, that when you share that you are watching, let me know that you have, and I will enter your name for a draw for next week. I take it that Brenda and Shell know each other. I love it when that happens. That's so fun. So now I took just a card base and pop that on, and this is getting popped in the mail for my cousins. So that's what I did with my first alternative for paper pumpkin, okay? Let's move on. My second, Brenda, I will enter your name. I see that you shared. Thank you for that. Oh, Brenda, I was writing shared. Brenda LS. Okay, your name is going to get popped in for next week. Okay, my second alternative, I did the same thing. I took a regular card base, so this is just 8.5 by 11, cut in half, scored at 4 1/4. Then I took the card base that came in the paper pumpkin, and I cut that at, let me see, where am I? So this is Rococo Rose. I cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. Karen, I am marking you down for sharing. I just saw this. Thank you for letting me know. Karen, got you down for a share. So as I was building this card or creating this card, I just wasn't liking this. I was not happy at all. So I will show you what I did. I took my ornate floral, and I took, you know what, I'm actually going to do, I took my my Big Boss. I'm going to do that off the camera because it's going to make my table wiggle so badly. But I didn't do this ahead of time because I wanted to show you how I placed this in the folder. So I first cut the edge off with, thank you for the hearts, makes me happy. I took the ornate borders and I took this one. Now you can take any one because these are all borders, okay? Dar, you drive safe, okay? We'll catch you later. I'll talk to you later, okay? Drive safe out there. Don't forget your sunglasses. So I cut my border off. I laid this down on my embossing folder like so. I left this exposed. I'm going to run this through. I'm going to be right back. Hang tight. Oh, I hope I've got my right sandwich here. Oh dear, oh dear. The joys of live. Here we go. It's not working. It's not working. I think I'm flustered. Come on, let's go. Sorry, girls. Okay, I am back. So this is what I got after I ran it through, okay? Here's what I did with this card, okay? And Kathy, I will call you later about Shimmer Mist and explain that further, okay? Because I embossed this, I just wanted to use my Tombow to put that down. Just because a lot of the fibers are broken down already. Okay, this is that Tombow. I'm gonna have to phone Stampin' Up about this Tombow. I feel like it's dried up in here, and it definitely is not good. You know what? Let's grab my Stampin' Seal instead, which I do love, but I normally grab my Tombow. I placed that down like so. I took a little strip, I cut that down to size, and this is 3 9/16 by 1/2 inch. We're going to just put that down here like so. We are going to change up our flowers a little bit. I'm going to put dimensionals behind here. Let's start with some large. Right there, and let's grab some minis and kind of fill in a little bit. Thank you, Shell. It really is, like, I was so pleased after I ran that through, because at first I was not feeling my card at all. It was like, okay, this is going to be a bust. But after I ran it through, I was very happy with it. So we're going to put that down there. And then this is where I put my sentiment. So you know what? Just for time's sake, because I've got one more card, I'm not going to do that. So what I would normally do, because this is already cut out and it's small, I take my removable adhesive, and you can get that at craft stores. We don't sell it at Stampin' Up. And then I put that down on my Stamparatus, and then I stamp my sentiment, and then down there it's going to go. I will wink that up after, and also I will put some of those little goodies on there. So that is card number 2. So we've got card number 1 and card number 2 from Paper Pumpkin. And let's move on to card number 3. Hello, ladies. I see 2 more friends that just popped in. I love seeing your names every week And it's so nice to see your name. Thank you for the hearts. Here is card number 3. I did a fun fold with this one. I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it, but I think all in all, I am pleased, okay? So this, again, it started with using one of the card bases, okay? So you can see that that's it right here. That's the card base. And I chopped that up. Hi, Tracy, and no need to apologize at all. Welcome here. Don't forget to share, hun, and I'll enter your name for a draw for next week. Okay, so now what I did with this one, do you want to see the card now, or should I show it to you after? Let's see what the consensus is. Do you want to see the card now, or should I show you in a bit? Thank you, Tracy. I am writing your name down right now. Tracy. You want to see it now? Okay, Karen. Here we go. This is what I did. Okay, so fun fold on this one. And this is what I did. Okay, so let me move this out of the way so you have a better look. So the card is closed. Okay, and now the card is opened. Okay, like so. So that is what I did with this. And it's a Z fold or a Z fold or a fun fold, whatever you want to call it. That's what I did with this particular one. So we are starting with our card base being 11 inches by 4 1/4, okay? So 11 inches by 4 1/4. We're going to score it in half, which means we're scoring at 5 1/2. And then we're going to score halfway on this panel. So this score is at 2 3/4. So you would score 2 3/4 and then 5 1/2. So see how that's half of it? And there's the other half. There's your Z fold. That's how you do that. Thank you very much, Brenda. Now what I did was I took from the card base that came from the paper pumpkin. I cut this panel 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. I cut the other half. Did I say score? I cut at 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. I cut the other half of the card base that came in the paper pumpkin, and this one measures 4 inches by 2 1/2. Okay? You're going to put your adhesive down on the panel. When I do my Stampin' Seal, I like to do a little check mark, which kind of breaks the adhesive off just a smidge. So I've got a skinny little border of that showing through, and I'm going to put dimensionals behind this. Let's get another pack. Kathy, I think it's you, because according to me, I'm still going. Oh my goodness, a very, very dear friend just popped on. Do you know that you have made me smile from ear to ear to see your name? And unless you say hello, I'm not going to call you out, but I want to welcome you here. It's so nice to see your name. Yeah, Kathy, it must be you. Sorry, hun. Okay, so we're going to take that panel that we just created, and we're going to eyeball kind of center on our little fold. Now, when I cut let me pull this out here. So here's the original card base that I used to get this effect. So when I cut all of this off, I had little pieces of extra. So on my first card, there was one piece of the extra here. So on this one, you know what? why don't we do that? Let's just put that down there, okay? I love Z folds, Shelley. I am with you. I mean, I love any fancy fold. I really do. So we're going to run our Stampin' Seal across that. I just want to make sure none of the adhesive is sticking out. And let's just leave a little border right there. So we're going to do that. Now, I want this flower to hang over that way. So I know I don't want anything back here. I want adhesive right here, okay? And I am perplexed about my Tombow because I need liquid glue on this part. Do you see how this is coming out dry? Look at that. I have to phone Stampin' Up. I am not happy about that. This is the first time in 12 years that this has ever happened to me. I don't know if that is gonna stay down on my card. Thank you so much, Susan. That means so much to hear that. I know a lot of you that come on are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, so when I get a high five from you, that just goes a long way. Leanne Straker, I love you. It is so nice to see your name pop up here. I didn't want to call you out unless you said hello first, so. I know, right, Shelley? Never. Like, I have to phone Stampin' Up. You saw how dry that was, right? But I needed liquid, sort of liquid back here. So now what I did, because I'm funny, I didn't want this showing on this side like that. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Shell? Like, it's nuts. So because I have a dimensional behind this panel here, my flower bouquet is actually not flush with my card. But I want to hide the back end of this, right? Do you follow what I'm saying? Am I making any sense? So I'm just eyeballing where I want it, and I'm happy with it there. But because I have dimensionals on this side, I want to put dimensionals on this side of the flower. My doily, or whatever that's called, is in perfect placement. Let's try not to move that. Let's put some dimensionals behind here. And I'll put one there. And I just needed one. Let's remove those. Oh, did you really, Susan? Good for you. Carol, you are such an encourager, and I love it that you are here every week. So now I've got this where I want it. It's in perfect placement. And if I bring this straight down, oh, you know what I did? I should have put the dimensionals on here because I'm going to have, is that still going to work? I don't want to have dimensional adhesive peeking through these open flowers, right? That would not be good. I'm just trying to very carefully peel these off so I don't wreck it. Kathy, you are so sweet. Thank you for that. Carol, what are you making for dinner tonight, hon? Okay, so I've got my adhesive down. Now we're going to close our bouquet. Boom. And now our doily is on our bouquet. And now I can just very carefully lift this up and put some liquid Tombow behind here. But my liquid Tombow is not liquid, so I'm going to have to do that later. So that is my third alternative. And now that this is covered, I know, like I did here, I know that my sentiment, right, is going to be hid in there. So when I'm finished my live, I will put my sentiment there. I will adhere this down so it stays. I'm going to put my sentiment here, and this card is complete. So I'm going to show this one because I've got the little trinkets on top. So that, and that. These are my paper pumpkin alternatives. I don't know if I'm nicely in camera here. I guess it looks like I have to come down just a smidge. Okay, I missed what you're making. Chicken soup. Oh my goodness, yay! Yum. Sounds good. Carol, I'm coming to your house for dinner one day. Sounds so yummy. This is my paper pumpkin alternative. I guess I'm still not in camera here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here with my placement. I need to make myself little tick marks or something so that I know I'm good. Thank you very much, Karen. Thank you very, very much. So whoever has received their paper pumpkin, I want you to play with it. And even if you follow the instructions, you know what? Post your pictures on my Facebook page, and I would love to show off what you've created using your February paper pumpkin, okay? The camera is going to come up, and I'm going to do the draw for last week, okay? So hang tight, ladies. Camera's coming up. Like so and like so. Whoa, scary. Okay, let's lift that up. And, oh my goodness. Okay, these are my names from last week. The ladies that shared this week, I've got your names tucked away. When I'm finished with this, I will put those names in my bucket. Talia, hello, welcome here. It's nice to see your name pop up. So last week, the gals that shared are, and if you did share last week and I don't call your name out, please let me know and I'll throw your name in real quick, okay? So these are last week's sharers. June R, Karen P, Kathy, do I have you down here for a share? Yes. Kathy, I've got you down for a share for today, okay? Susan FP, Connie K, Lucy, Barb, Tracy. I know so far you girls are all here. These are stuck together. Shelley H, my friend Shelley, Sherry T, and Gail M. So did anybody else from last week share that I forgot or that I overlooked? Because I will pop your name in. Oh, Talia, you can pop in anytime, honey. You can always watch the replay. It's just so nice during a live to see names pop up. I'm weird because then I feel like I'm actually visiting with everyone, which I know is strange because I'm talking to the camera, but seriously, I'm not. Oh, Dar, hi, you're back. I must have missed what you wrote. I thought you were leaving for an appointment. So those are the people that shared for last week, okay? So what I'm going to do this week is if you happen to be here live, I'm not looking in the bucket. I'm just kind of grabbing the names and swishing them around. If you happen to be here live and I choose your name, I'm going to let you choose the card that you want. Do I have one or two here? I've got two. And that one's going back in the bucket. The winner for this week is, and you're here, I think you're still here, Tracy. Congratulations, Tracy. You won for this week. So I need to know, should I be sending you this? So this will be card number 1. Tracy, I think you're still here. This is card number 2. And this is card number 3. So Tracy, if you're still here, because I know you were, let me know which card you want. And if I don't hear from you, I'm just going to kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So I'm going to take these names out of my bucket. They are gone. And for today, for my sharers, is that how you say it? I've got Karen, Brenda, Susan, Carol. Oh, Tracy, yay! Card number 2 is coming your way. I want you to PM me and or DM me, whatever. Let me know what your address is, okay? Lucy shared this week. Whoops. Barb, you shared this week. And Tracy, you shared this week. So those are my names for next week, okay? And Tracy, this card is coming your way as soon as I get your address from you, okay? So with that, ladies, I bid you adieu, which is goodbye in French. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the sunshine if it's sunny where you are. Have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. And we will see you back here next Thursday for my Facebook Live. Talk to you later. Thanks for popping by.